Security Forum. This is Mohammed Nadeemuddin. So I'm a member of a PSF, and welcome to this particular series. So the series is we started as a Meet the Professional. So the meaning of Meet the Professional, like every Sunday online on Zoom, we will introduce a new professional, like a professional they are working in the industry since long time. So in multiple what is called domains. So far we met with various in the last Sunday we met Mr. Yunus, who was a digital marketing expert. So similarly, we try to pull a different professional so that they can come and address to the job seeker and the other professionals and graduates, freshers. So those are looking for the job, right? So that they can understand what field it is, and the professional can share their experience and all. Okay, so in that series, so with that objective, PSF started this series, Meet the Professional. So today I'm going to take that session. So my topic is career in IT network and security. Okay, there are many technologies, and it is like a big definition. So we generally say network security, but it is not a simple network security. So after this lecture, so you will come to know that what exactly network and security, and how big the domain it is. Okay, and you can get a idea that in which domain and in the network security where you want to grow and where you want to explore yourself. Okay, with that that is my object to that. I just want to give you a brief high level of the network security, where in the network what are the components come, what are security in the, because there are the various jobs in the networks and in the security. Both are different. One is a right, and one is the left, I can say. Okay, so let's get started. So our agenda is, first we'll see what is information technology, then what are the industry sectors, then we'll see career options in network, and we'll see career options in security. Then throughout my experience, I will do the analysis that what is the career approach. Okay, it will be for the freshers, so they can take some decision on that. So can you go on mute if you're not talking? Okay, thanks a lot. So, Mr. Harris, please control if someone really they want. Okay, and one more thing. After the I kept 15 minutes for Q&A, so that time you can unmute yourself and you can ask any questions. But I want next 45 minutes. I want you to be listen, and if you want, you can take a notes that what are the fields, what are the areas we are going to discuss. Okay. So about me, I'm Mohammed Nadeemuddin. I'm having more than 10 years of experience working India, in USA, UAE, and KSA, and I have the complete exposure in the network and security. I started with the network, and I moved to the security. I achieved CCI certification, so that is the highest certification in the Cisco. So I own that. Apart from that, I have a lot of many certifications. I work in multiple technology, Palo Alto, automation, Python, cloud, and cyber security. So I have a complete exposure on that. Apart from this, my passion is the training. I am a trainer, corporate trainer. I provide the training. So far, I provided training to more than 100 students. So they are working in different countries. So I give them training of Cisco, firewalls, automation, then from starting from the freshers to the experienced people, cyber security domain. So I provide such training. So that's my passion. Okay, apart from that, I do the job as well. So I'm a full-time job holder, and I do explore, and learning is my passion. And I keep learning. I started with the Cisco, then I moved to Palo Alto. You can see on the screen, you will see these are the technology which I got the expertise. So I don't stop, because I believe in one sentence that in the IT, the day you stop the learning, that will be the end of your career. So I strongly believe on that, and I keep learning every day on it. So this is about me. And apart from this, I'm a PSF core team member, Professional Solidarity Forum. This is a NGO of the professional based in Hyderabad right now, and the PSF has in Delhi as well, in Bangalore. So I'm a part of a PSF Hyderabad group, and we are the professional, and we serve to the community. We conduct in the social work, and in the education sector, in the job and career guidance. We like this. We do a lot of activities, and that we have a group of professionals who want to contribute to the society. So I'm one of them. Okay, this is about me. So let's start it. So what is information technology? Information technology is anything, the before we do a manual, so everything goes digitalized, right? Everything will be stored, everything will be recorded. We use the software, so there are many technologies like the hardware, database, internet security, software design, application, server, support, communication, so many things. So information technology, if you want to define it, it is a digitalized things. Okay, so we want to make our career in information technology. So this is a broader sector. So that is the information technology. So in the information, where do we use the information technology? Is it used in high-tech city only? If you are located in Hyderabad, is it used in high-tech city? No, it is not. IT is used the place where you use the softwares, we use this application, we use the servers. So that place called as IT. So if you go for any medical field, if you go to any corporate hospital, so you will see the information technology there. They use the application, they have the database, they have a networking, they have the own their security. If you go for engineering, architecture, finance, banking sector, management, marketing, hotel management, travel and tour, every sector is a IT, right? Where you will find yourself, right? So the IT is don't information technology means don't just think about that you will get a job in high tech city. No, you have a broader career, or like your broader spectrum. Like you can become a network engineer, you can work in a hospital. Yeah, I saw that, because networks is there. If you have a security engineer, then you can work in a bank, right? So because the bank required a security, so your scope is more when we talk about the network. Because today I'm going to talk about the network and security. So I will focus on that two platforms, right? So your scope is huge. If you are working in the college, so obviously in the colleges there are the labs. Colleges, they have their own database, they have the students records, the applications are there. So IT is there. So IT is everywhere. So don't restrict yourself that IT means it is only a high tech city. No, IT, I can say worldwide, everywhere the digital technology used, that is the IT, right? And you can find a scope, you can find a job there, right? So in IT career, there are developer, you can become a database, system engineer, analyst, software engineer, web designer. So there are n number of IT careers, right, available. So in the IT terminology, there are two terminology. One is a software, one is a hardware, right? Software, if you go for the software, you will have coding, Java, Python, you will see a database, those things and all, right? Oracle is there. If you go for the hardware, so you will see the servers, the router, switches, the networking. So those things comes in the this is the IT terminal hardware. Either you can make your career in IT hardware, or you can make it IT software, right? So these are the two major categories. So when we talk about IT career in networking, okay, so I'm directly jumping into my topic, networking. So net security, it is a part of networking. So throughout this course, lecture, you will come to know what exactly the security. But let's talk about the networking. What is networking, right? Networking is let me grab the pen. Okay, yeah. So what is networking? So networking is connecting two or more than two computers for what? Connecting two or more than two computers for sharing data, right? If you look at in a small image, so there are multiple computers, they are sharing a printer, they are sharing a server, they are sharing internet, right? So this is a networking. So if you have a single computer, so if you have multiple computers, you can share the network. So networking is required. What is networking? Connecting two or more than two computers for what? For sharing the data, for sharing the resources. That's the definition of the networking, right? So if you go what is the internet? Internet is nothing but it is a bigger example of the networking. Because by sitting in Hyderabad, by sitting in in India, you have your Gmail, you have your let's say you have your like Gmail, yeah. So what is the Gmail? So you store your emails, yeah, and that server, that is actually you are connecting to the server, and that server is located in somewhere in the world. So you, from your computer, you are connecting to that server, so it means the networking. And how you did that? And by using internet. So internet is a bigger example of the networking, right? So networking, it is everywhere. It is, the networking will be in the hospital, it will be in the colleges, it will be in the banks, it will be in the IT industry, right? So what do, if you want to make your career in networking, so how do I start? How do I look for my career, right? The first thing, so the first thing is, I will tell, if you're a fresher, I will tell you, if you want to start your career in networking, first start the computers, learn the computers. Because networking means what? Networking is connecting, you are connecting multiple computers, right? It is called a LAN because this is, you are located physically in the one location. Okay, but if you have a branch offices, okay, so you will connect like this. So here also there will be your office and your multiple computers will be here. So you are connecting one computer to another computer, right? So first learn the computer, right? What is the computer? What is the hardware? What is the software of the computer, right? What are the parts? What is the RAM? What is the hard disk? What is the evolution of the computer? You must understand, because start with the computer. You must be like, if something happened to your computer, you should not, I would say a network engineer, he should not call a hardware guy and repair his computer. He should repair himself. Why? Because if you are able to repair your own computer, then you can able to repair the networking, right? Networking is multiple computers. So you must learn what are the components of the hardware, how to build, like, I'm not saying each and the cheap level designing, or no. At least you should assemble disassemble the computer. You should able to troubleshoot yourself. You should know the bias setting, right? So then you should be able to understand the LAN. Okay, this is the LAN and all, right? So start with that. uh, can someone go on mute, please? Okay, so these are the network domain and the solutions. Okay, so I think someone is Haris. Can you please control? Someone is disturbing. Guys, please go on mute if you are not talking. Let me allow. So this is my time. So after some time, you will speak. Okay, and we'll give you a chance. So these are the networking domains, right? So when we talk about the networking, so you see the LAN, after the it is the next layer. So the thing is that you will find a routing switching, right? You can make your career in routing switching. There is a separate job for that. You can in the Cisco, you can learn the Nexus, right? Nexus technology. So you can make your career in data centers, right? Similarly, in the networking, when you say, you will have a wireless. Like every organization, if you go, they required a corporate Wi-Fi, they required a guest Wi-Fi, so they required a controllers, they required access points. So there is I'm getting disturbed. One second, let me see. So Haris, can you please control? Okay, now I made them mute. So guys, please unmute yourself, mute yourself, so that I can talk. Okay, so uh, yeah, so you will see routing switching, right? Where you can you will be specialist of the router and switches, and you will able to configure that, right? Manage that routing protocols, switching technologies and all. Data center, you must be, you will be expert of the Nexus is it is another platform of the Cisco. So data center, you will find the Nexus switches. So there is you will be expert in that. Wireless, so wireless will be there will be a controller. So there is a technology, a controller control all the access points, right? So Cisco made the wireless controller. Then Motorola make the wireless controller. Aruba is the wireless controller. So if you learn that, so you will find you can make your career in the wireless technology. There is a study in the Cisco, from starting from the CCNA, CCNP, and CCI till the CCI level. You can make a career in the wireless technology, right? So then talk about the why, because see, these all pieces used in the industry. Voice and video collab, that is called the Cisco called a collaboration, right? You can make your career in voice and nowadays, like we don't use the phone telephones and also we use the IP phones. So IP phones means it will be voice over data, right? What we use. So you will have a system in the organization, you will have a phone connected there. So who will control? So everything, so you required a what is called you required a CUCM, you required a controller who can, where you can manage the telephone numbers, entry names, and also it has its own technology, right? So you can make your career in voice, and that is called a collaboration. So there is a study of from CCNA, CCNP, CCI level till you can make your career in the voice domain, in the wireless, similarly in the data center, similarly in the routing switching. You start see you can start from a base level, that is called a CCNA, then you can become a professional CCNP, and then you can have a CCI and architect level as well. Till the architect level there is a study available, right, for all these domains what I'm talking. Service provider, you can become a MPLS. So service provider is like the Airtel, like Tata, or Verizon, so like AT&T. So these are the service provider, right? So if you learn this service provider, so the MPLS technology, so you will get a job in the ISP, right? MPLS, what the ISP does, they provide the internet, they provide the they connect you from one branch office to another branch office. So you can make career in that domain, right? Nowadays, now the DevOps came. So what is a DevOps? So generally the people think DevOps is, it is one of the course. DevOps is, it is not a course, it is a framework, right? DevOps, it is a framework where you work with various team, you work with various tools and collaborate them and execute the project. So that is called a DevOps. So you can be a part of DevOps. So by learning, so apart from the networking, you need to learn some coding things. You need to learn some tools to become a DevOps engineer. So there is not a complete course for the DevOps. So it is a framework, right? And similarly, you can make your career in firewalls. You can make a VPN. You can become IPS. Actually, when we there is a misconception, there is a problem. So what people think that security means learning the firewall. It is not a security. Understand this thing. See, like the people, they learn routers, switches, and firewalls, and they say I'm a security. No, security is not that. Firewall, this security which I'm talking about, this is the one part of the security, right? Security. After this, I'm going to talk about the security. So you will see the firewall will be having one place in that security, but even firewall, it is also a platform. So firewall, it is one of the like security is one of the what is called networking is the umbrella. In that you will have a multiple fields. The security is one of the field. So if you want to become an expert security, so you no need to, like I'm not saying that you need to become a voice expert, you need to become a wireless expert, you need to become service provider expert. No, but at least the base level is required. So in the last, I will tell you what will be the correct approach towards the security. I will tell you that. So these are the networking solutions. So you can make your career in this field, right? You can be a specialized in that field. So if you ask me in which domain you will have a more openings, so I can say everywhere, right? There is a like a routing switching. It is the base, right? Where you connect all your when you prepare a LAN, so you require a switching. When you connect your internet, when you connect your branch office, you require a routing. So routing and switching knowledge, it is a base, I can say, to learn, because on top of routing switching, this all wireless technology, voice technology, service provider, security, everything run on top of routing and switching. So this is the base. So if you want to be a network engineer, then or security engineer, so I can say this will be your primary step, a secondary step. Why? Because you after the learning the computer, you must go here. Why? Because after that, because on top of that, what will happen is because the networking based on the OSI layer. So there are total 7 layers of the OSI, right? So it start from the layer one with the physical. I think I have a slide that I will show you that. So this is the correct approach, which I understand throughout my career. So let's go back. Okay, here we go. So here is the field. So networking is totally dependent on this OSI technology, OSI layer. So it is a framework. Like you must know about the physical, like what are the cables, what are the cable components, because networking you connect from one cable to another cable, right? So you must know about what is the copper, what is the fiber. Then the second layer is data link layer, where you learn the MAC addresses, like the switching technology will come there. In the network, you will be having a router. You need to learn the routers and all, because on top of this, and then here you will get a firewalls. Okay, where transportation, and here you will see all the application, like the next generation firewalls and the next generation security. The security will come here. There will be application security, there will be a network security, there will be a different type of security, but security run on top of networking. So I can say these 3 layers is the base. So if you want, even if you want to become a security engineer, then you need to have this base. Then because security run on top of network, right? So let's go there. So what is I just wanted to show you, okay, this is the, you need to learn about the cables and also then switches. So there is switching, there are a lot of switches available. So when you say routing and switching, so you need to be understand the switching. You will be able to configure this type of switches. There are multiple models of the switches. So in the switching there is a separate technology, because this is the place where your all servers, your all computers, your all access point, everything will connect here. Switches, this is the baseline of your network. So here, see, when we talk about the security, in security what we do, what we want to secure, we want to secure, there is a server here, and in this server we have some financial information stored in the server. So you want to protect, someone cannot come from the internet and they cannot steal your information. So that is the security. So you must know about what exactly you are trying to secure. You're trying to secure, this is your asset, you're trying to secure this one. So where this asset is connected, what is the path, how the if someone try to come from internet, so how, what are the path, how he is coming, is there in a router here, is there in a firewall here, is there in ips ids here. So that understanding is a complete. So without understanding switching, how you will secure your network, right? So that is the switching. So this is the nexus. If you want to become a data center expert, then you can learn the nexus. So nexus, it is like a very emerging technology in every data center. So every organization, they want to move to the data center, so they are building a LAN data centers. Okay, so that's the one. Then nexus is the one. Then router. Then router, it is the hardware, right? You, a network engineer, when you learn about switches, then the router, so it is a layer 3 device. So here you connect your branch offices, you connect to your internet, right? With the, it does a routing. So you connect one network to another network. So there are multiple the study of the routing is the, you need to study of the hardware. You will able to configure the routing protocols. A study of switches means you must understand the hardware and you must able to configure that, and switching technology. So there is a switching technology and there is a routing technology, right? So then next on the layer 4 you will have a firewalls. Like on layer 4 and layer 7 you will have a firewalls. So the what firewall does, let me make mute, there are few guys, they unmuted. Okay, so what firewall does, so firewall it is, they restrict the unauthorized access, like from let's say see, I'm just on the just high level I'm trying to say. So firewall does it create a zones, right? So see, this is your organization, this is your LAN, okay, where your all your servers, your all the assets kept here. And what you want to protect, see, you want to protect it from the internet. So the person, they cannot come and they cannot attack on you. So the firewall will be the, it will create a zones, okay, this zone and this zone. So you need to if suppose you want to allow someone want to come here or someone want to go outside, so there must be a permission here. So policies, we call the policies. So firewall does like you restrict unauthorized access. So it will come, it will like a security guard, it will see, do you have an invitation, okay, then please come in, otherwise sorry, you don't have, I don't have entry. So that is the firewall, that's the study of the firewall. So Cisco has a see, I'm not talking about the, don't become a vendor specific, okay, become learn the firewall technology, because the same thing like policies and unauthorized access. So there are multiple vendors available, like Juniper have the firewall, Checkpoint has the firewall, then Cisco ASA has the firewall, there is a Palo Alto firewall. So firewalls is available in the market. So there are multiple firewalls, there are what is called multiple vendors, they build the firewalls, okay. Similarly switches, multiple vendors build the switches. You can buy a Juniper switch, you can buy a Motorola switch, you can buy any different type of router, but the technology is behind that, the technology will be there, switching technology, routing technology, firewall technology. On top of that, you can if you learn the technology, then you can run any vendor. So try to learn the technology, try to become an expert of that technology, don't try to become a vendor specific, okay. So that's my advice. So then Cisco has a next generation firewall. So like they now IPS IDS those things come, and then we have a Palo Alto firewall, next generation firewall. So firewall. It is a beautiful firewall, and like it is ruling in the market. If you want to if you want to become a firewall expert, then you must learn the Cisco and all. But this is the leader right now. Palo Alto Firewall is the leader in the firewall, right? So you must if you want to make your career in the firewall technology, then you must learn about this, right? So this is all about the networking. So I hope you understand. So we in the networking we have a voice, right? You can make a career voice, you can make a voice video, then you can make your career in wireless, you can make your career in routing, switching, service provider, data center. So these are the options available, right? This is what I wanted to share. Okay, networking. So so there is a separate job for the wireless guy. There is a separate job for the data center guy. There is a separate job for the routing switching guy. There is a separate job for the firewall guy. So if you learn everything, that's good. You are brilliant. If you are aware about everything, but you can don't think that okay, no, this is a big field, I cannot learn. But I'm telling you. So like there is a specific job will be available on that, right? So let's talk about the security. So this is another part. So what is security? So the security means the first thing is what is security? So unauthorized people cannot access. Unauthorized, like you want to secure something. What do you want to secure? See, this is your corporate, right, office. You have a data center. You have a branch offices. You have your server, your asset, your financial information. Everything is here. So you are making a security here. From where? From internet. These people can be DOS attack, phishing attack, viruses, Trojan, malware. So these all types of attacks are coming from internet. So you want to protect. So you can say, if I don't take the internet, yeah, you are secure. Yeah, if you do, but do you think without internet you are able to work? Because your servers need internet to go outside and face the latest updates. Your firewalls and your licenses, everything required internet. Your resources, they want everything based on the Google. They want the internet. So how can you control? So the security is thing that you can allow things, but that will be in the control. So you can allow that. It is not like you just open the internet and everyone can do anything. No. So in the security thing, so you want to protect the another. You know what you want to protect? You want to protect your asset from outside world. So how you are going to secure? So there are multiple things. In the first thing is you can okay, there is a slide. Yeah. So access level security. So when we talk about the security, so you can control like in your data center, in your asset, who can come. You can there will be fingerprints, there will be iRate in authentication, there will be a password, there will be the face like face identification technology. So access level. So first thing, you are accessing from physical, the asset, your servers, your financial information, it is kept in some room, some secure room. So who can go there? That's the first level. Okay. Then second thing is you have an asset. So that asset, like your server. So servers is connected to the internet. So the first thing, what is the first thing connected to the internet? So that is the edge networks. So that is called the edge type of security. So that is also called a network edge level security. So you will have a network, you will have edge, you have a remote level security. So what will happen is, see, this is your organization, right? And this is the internet. Okay. And the first place you want to secure here, right? So here the firewall will be here, firewall. And you will have IPS. What is IPS? Advanced malware detection. IPS, sorry, no, this is called advanced malware detection. So intrusion prevention system, right? So what it does is, so IPS will be here. So the firewall and the IPS will be here. So what IPS does is, see, firewall control the unauthorized accesses by the policy. What IPS does is, if suppose one traffic is coming here, and in that traffic one packet is there, and under that traffic the packet, there is one virus. So this IPS device, it detect that virus. Oh no, you cannot allow. So it will block that. So that is the IPS technology, right? So then there is a endpoint security. See, this is called edge level security. Edge means directly from the internet. You are securing your organization, that people can from internet. You are securing that. Okay, but similarly in your LAN. So here is your LAN, where you have hundreds of systems here, hundreds of servers here. Your people are working from here. So what you do is, in your every system there will be antiviruses. You should be having antivirus. So this is a second level of security. Let's say, for example, one of the virus, it came from here, So firewall unable to detect that. Similarly, IPS unable to detect that. But you have endpoint security. The security, the antivirus, it is in your system, so it can block that. So this is the second layer of security, endpoint security, right? Similarly, there is something called as vulnerability management. So in the vulnerability management, what is it? Like you in your organization, like you have n number of operating system going on. You have a Cisco, you have a Microsoft, you have a Linux, you have a Oracle, multiple vendor applications are running. You have a Excel, you have a browsers, you have a Microsoft things. So not only Microsoft, PDFs are there, right? So those application, if suppose, you know, again someone is disturbing me. Okay, so I make you mute. Okay. So what will happen is, okay, so in vulnerability management is something in your organization, you have multiple application and all. So you know what vulnerability is, how the internet people come. So they try to find the vulnerability. What is vulnerability? It is called a weakness of the application, weakness of the system. So what they do is they try to explore that weakness and make that weakness as the victim, and do a attack on that. So that is called a vulnerability. So you see, this server is anyhow it is connected to the internet. Okay, so what it does is, in the server there is one application. So that application is an older application. So what these internet people, the bad people, what they do is they try to explore exploit that particular vulnerability, and they try to and they try to attack on that. So there is a technology called vulnerability management. You need to do a scanning on that. You need to find that what are the vulnerability available in your organization, and you need to remediate that. That is a vulnerability. So there is a separate job for a vulnerability management. There is a separate job for endpoint security management. There is a separate job for the IPS. There is a separate job for the these guys, right? Firewall guys. Similarly, application and data security. Then there is something called SIM. SIM is security information and event management. Like what will happen is, you will have a log server. So every network device, every server, every machine, what they do is they send logs to this guy, SIM solutions. So there are multiple solutions. So what these logs, it collect the logs, and it will have some mechanism here. So it will see, let's say for example, one of your machine. Okay, so you try to this guy try to access one of the URL manually one time or two times. But let's say this particular system, to that particular URL, it in a one minute it went 100 times. So don't you think it is something abnormality? Yes. So that the SIM tool detect, and it will report that to the security people. Okay, this system is something being misbehaving. So what they do is they will go to the system remotely, and they will check what the problem. Why this guy is, because he will say no, I'm not even browsing that. So what happened? So something happened in cache. Something is happening from this guy this side. So you need to detect that, and you need to close that. So similar, so that study is sim. So similarly, there is one more point: penetration testing is there. So in that, so pen testing is the what a pen testing is. So there is a separate what is called organization. What they do is they are specialists in the pen testing. So what we'll do is, every organization, every corporate organization, they want to achieve some like standard, international standard, like ICS, ISC is standard. So like internet secure, that they need to get a certified that we are secure. So what in that secure, so that standard, they will say, can you provide a vulnerability test? Can you provide the penetration testing? So what they do is they hire this company. They will hire this company, and they will ask them, can you please attack on us? So what they do is they will have a various tools. They will try to try to find out what are the weakness in your application. What are the hardwares can be running on the old software, those things. So they will provide you a report. Okay, so this is the report that, okay, these are your weakness, these are your challenges, these are, so the company need to fix that. So they need to get the certified from that to make get that standard. So this is called, see, the security, it is a separate domain. See, have we talked about the routing switching here? No, there is a separate, it is a big domain here. right? So every like field, you can make your career. So I have seen people, the vulnerability management experts. So there will multiple tools are there. There are multiple, like Qualys is one of the tools. So what it does is it does a scanning, and they need to collaborate with multiple teams. They need to mitigate that vulnerability. There is a separate job for that. For endpoint security, there is a, you need to understand the endpoint, how to understand that server, managing that endpoint server, and arranging that that client. There will be client software in all the machines. So you need to all, it will be signature based. Whatever the server have the signature, it, you need to push that signature in all the machines. So like this, these are the technologies. So there is a separate job for this. So there is a separate job for this. SIM solution. So there is a SOC engineer. When we called a SOC, security operational control. So what these people do does is they do analysis work. They do a SIM solution. They see the misbehaving, what, who is doing the what. So they try to secure that. They try to then secure, monitor that. Similarly, in the security there is a SOC. Similarly, in the networking there is a NOC, network operation control. So what these people does is, so they try to monitor each and every device. If router, switches, your firewall, servers, hundreds of devices will be there. So is any node is down, is any device is down, is any interface is down, so they will report that and they will inform to another team that okay, please fix that. Similarly, SOC people, they do the analysis work and they inform to the operation guys, okay, please take care, see, we are seeing this, and please fix that. So when I say the network and the security, so both are different platforms, both are different platforms, and both are having different job roles. So in the networking, we talk about there are multiple branches. Similarly, in the security, there are multiple branches. So you need to find out where you want to go. You want to become a endpoint security expert? Yes, you can do that. You want to become a vulnerability expert? Yes, you can do that. Okay, but again, see, don't we cannot say a network and security in one terminal. There are two things that I'm trying to what is called, again, someone is disturbing. Let me mute them. Okay, yeah, good. So that is I'm trying to understand, make you understand that. Okay, so security again. So in the security, you will have asset. First, what you want to secure. Then the vulnerability is there. Then threat. You need to understanding of the threats. What type of attacks can become? What types of viruses? What type of trojans and all. So there will be threat agent. How risk? How much risk is on that particular application? What is the risk on that particular software? What is the risk on that particular hardware? So that risk analysis, there is a separate job for that. Threat manager, threat analyst, there is separate job for that. Right. Similarly, there are many things in that. So vulnerability and threat management. So they need to identify what are the applications. See, these are all just type of the application that run. Okay, so this type of vulnerabilities and this type of threats. So vulnerability means a weakness. Threat means a virus. You can think of the virus. So virus can become, vulnerabilities can. So you need to fix them. You need to, so you, like a network guys. So the network people, they have the dependency every day, right? So they do a day-to-day setup. Similarly, security, it is not a one-time effort. It is a daily monitoring, because daily, every day, new threats are coming. Every day, new viruses are coming. So you need to be secure every day. Similarly, how the network people, they need, what is the network role? So they need to make the network up and running 100%, 99%, 9 point or 100%. It should not be, if something happen, then network team has to fix that. So network and the security, so the two different things. I'm just in this, again, security, there are some live attacks and also that you need to see some URL. Similarly, who can access, the phishing will be there. So you're in the organization, like what will happen, you will get one URL from inter outside. So what will happen is, your normal users, they will not be aware about. So they will just click on that. When they click, a gifted virus will come into their system, and that virus can be spread into your network. So entire security will get collapsed here. So in the security, you need to think about each and everything. What URL your guys can access, what what type of, and apart from this, you need to educate your employees. So there, every time you need to you provide them a security training, that when the something you get, do not open that email. there is something attachment, do not open that attachment. If something URL, do not click on that URL. So that is called education. So in the security there is a term called security education, because most of the time the security breach will happen with the innocent users, because they are not aware. They are a developer guy, they are some software guy, they are a database admin guy. So their job is different, but internet is their day-to-day activity. So they got an email, they click that, and that gone. So the security team has to maintain, take care of that. So what URL can they control? What they should have antivirus in their system. There should be a keep on vulnerability scanning should be happen on that, right? So that's the security. So there is once just a report that is 2016. So now in after after the COVID thing happened in the lockdown. So the internet work is 100% work is going on, work from home internet, right? So everything connected on from the internet, right? So in that, the how the we are working from home. Similarly, the many people like attackers also, they are also open. A lot of compromise is happening, a lot of attacks are happening. So you know what, in the security, you should have something like prevent, detect, and mitigate. So these are terminologies like and and finally, what is the goal? You need to have a minimize risk. It is not 100%, no one can secure. You cannot say we are 100% secure. We cannot say we are 100% networking is up and running. No, a small cable can break your network, a small virus can break your entire security. So that's the thing is, there is a prevent, you need to prevent, you need to detect, and you need to mitigate. So these are by using the various tools you have to do that. So what is the approach? So as per my understanding, as per my experience, so this is my approach. So if someone want to become a security expert, so they want to go with this chain. Okay, they must know about the cables, they must know about the access layer, they must know about what is the data center, they must know about how what type of cables are there, right? They must know about the switches, because all your servers, everything will be connected on the switches. What is the layer 2 switch, what is layer 3 switch? They must know about the routing, because your branch offices, your internet would depend on the routing, right? They must know about the firewalls, right? They must know in the firewall there are many firewalls, next generation firewalls. There are few firewalls, they take care of this is called the edge security. Okay, with the firewall, there are few next generation firewall, they does IPS, they does a URL filtering, they does a threat management, they does the firewalling. So lot of feature in one box. Similarly, this is one. And apart from this, see, this is for if you want to become a firewall expert. Like if you want in the security, you want to keep a track of the firewall and VPN, then take this one. Like if you want to become like an antivirus expert, then at least see, I will say this is your base, this is your boundary line. Okay, after the boundary only your antivirus you can learn here. Then you want to become vulnerability management, then there is the base. Similarly, if you want to become a voice expert in the networking, you want to become a video expert, you want to become a wireless expert or firewall expert, so this is your boundary line. So this should be your base, and the next level on top of this, these people work, right? Vulnerability or what threat assessment or whatever. So this is the base. You need to have this base, strong base. I have seen in my career the strong base people, they move a lot. Because and one more challenge what I have seen, the people those are working in the security, they are not aware about network, and the people working in the network, they are not aware about the security. Actually, these are two different teams. And you know what I have seen, if someone have the knowledge of network and security, so these guys are more success in their career, because they have a lot of opportunity. They can anytime they can move into the security, anytime they can move into the network. So that's the thing, that you can make your options available. So for the freshers, so if you want to okay, so for the fresher, see, I will tell you frankly, like a few days back, what happened is, one of the fresher guy, he called me, and he said, sir, I was in Bangalore, and I spent 2.5 lakh rupees, and I learned one technology, but since 1 year I'm not getting the job. So 2.5 lakh rupees. Wow. So what? I asked him what is what course it was. So he said artificial intelligence, AI. I learned that machine learning and all. And he's a fresher, and he's saying I'm not getting job. So do you think that artificial intelligence, like a machine learning things and all, like a big data, when we call the big data. So do you think a fresher guy just pass out from the organized like college, the company will give him that level of job? No. So try to understand that. So who the okay? Similarly, if the fresher guy, if you, so that's what I'm saying. So in the starting career, if you do the wrong job, wrong course, and like, or see, I'm not saying it is a wasting of money, or wasting of, but at this moment you not required that. What you require at this moment, you first into the IT industry. And how you can enter the IT industry. So there are some easy level. So you can start from the desktop level. You can become from the IT technical support. You start from the help desk. You start from the like field support, network engineer, NOC engineer, system engineers. Like similarly, in the security, SOC engineer is there. L1 engineer of the security. Then like this. So there are starting jobs are available. So start from that, and then from jump to whatever your desired profile. But as a starting job, you cannot decide your career in the starting. Okay, you can make your dream that, okay, I want to become this expert. So that is the expert level, but not at the start. So this is this understanding you need to understand. So there's a huge career in the network and security, and you will there's a huge jobs available. But only thing is the learning. So you need to learn many things. So that's how you required. And as you know, the PSF Professional Solidarity Forum, so we also run skills academy. So we our office in located in Mehdipatnam, and where we train like for such job profile, like similarly for starting a career, like if some fresher or some graduate, say what happen is, so they do such mistakes, so they do a big like a higher level of course, and they will not get a job. So what we try in at the PSF, we try to get a basic job, like their the first job. So in 2019, we run one course. We teach 15 students. So out of that, 13 students got the job, because that, and they all were the fresher or 1 year experience guys. So we try to fit them in here. So they got enter into the IT. And after that, there is a huge scope. They can run anywhere. The first thing is entering into the IT is very challenging for the fresher. So at the PSF, we are trying to get them into that. So we are running multiple courses and all, online courses, offline courses. So from very soon we are going to start our new one of the batch to that will be the job oriented course for the freshers. So if you guys want, and that course will be, I will be look over on that course, and we will have multiple faculties there. It will be offline plus online, depend on the situation of the COVID and all. But if you want, you can register. If you are a fresher, you can register, enroll for that course, and you can learn that, and you can become any of this type of. We can try to fit you in one of the job role. And apart from this, we conduct a job drives and all, and we try to interact with the employer, and these are our trained guys, and we try to conduct their interviews, and they get the offers. So like this, we do that effort there as well, and very minimal fees. We don't charge a fees, just some registration fees will be there, and that's it, and that's a free, because we are a non-profit NGO, and we work for the humanity. We work for the um, to serve to the community. Okay, so Haris, you can is the admin here. Can you put our URL into the chat, so that the interested people can register to that course, and if they want, they can learn. So that's it I had. So at the end, I will say, always say I will win, not immediately but definitely. So you will win. So don't rush that. Okay, in the first job, you don't think that you will get a job of like 50,000 or 80,000, 1 lakh rupees. Yes, job will be there, but not immediately. That's one. You will win, but not immediately, but definitely. So you need to keep learning, keep motivate yourself, and then if you need like any assistance, any guidance, anything, so you can reach out to me, and I will try to help you. like and PSF is there, and you can enroll to our course, and you can you can be with us, and inshallah we will try to help you, assist you. See, we cannot give you a job, because job at the end of job, so HR will be there and you will be there, so you need to give the interview, right? So we can prepare you and we can help you, assist you in that. So that's it, I had. So thanks a lot, everyone. So so if any queries, so let's open the session for the query. So I'm done with the course, so if you have any doubts, any queries, so you can ask.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask that with the basic knowledge of this networking and hardware and routers and switches, can we get into the role of SOC analyst?
I think we lost your voice.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sir, my question is like with the basic understanding of this hardware. And
Again, someone okay, 1 second. I think you're getting muted. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir. Can I?
Yeah.
Can I,
Yeah. You can, I can hear you. Yeah. So basic understanding. You, which job you're looking for?
Actually, I'm looking for this SOC analyst job, sir, as an entry level in security.
Okay.
So for that, like.
So look like some voice problem with you. So yeah, maybe you yeah, we can take till that time. We can take another question. So anyone have another question?
Yes, sir. Actually, I lost the session, and again I connected it back. Can you please answer it, sir? Okay. I lost the session, and again I got connected to it now. So, sir, in short, my question is like with the basic knowledge of routers and switches and basic hardware, can we get into an SOC analyst, or we need to study?
So with the basic knowledge, see, as I told, with the basic knowledge, you can get an entry level job. Okay, but yeah, associate level. But if you look for, if there is an opening for the security, like SOC analyst or this one, so they will look for a person who is your interview will be based on the security. So they will look for a person who, do you know the threats, do you know the vulnerability, do you know the like firewalls, do you know this thing. So that type of interview questions will be there. But at the yeah, you can get that you can get that knowledge, and you can appear for such interviews. But parallelly you need to have a security knowledge. So the basic understanding of threats, vulnerabilities, and antiviruses, like sim, you need to understand, you should have understanding of that. So those tools and things you need to, so not they're not expecting expert level. But if you're a fresher, then obviously they will look for what security knowledge you have, so security approach you have. Okay, so I hope like I gave you answer. So any another question?
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, sir. This is Ayan.
Yeah.
Sir. It was a nice session and nice presentation. Thank you for your presentation, first of all.
Yeah.
And I have two questions basically. Sir, currently I'm working as a network security engineer, and I have a 5 to 6 years experience in network security. Okay. So my first question is, I wanted to move to the most security part, like the CEH or OSCP. So is that a good choice from network security to I wanted to move to OSCP or CEH. So is that a good choice? That is the first question. And the other question is, and what is a scope? What is a networking scope in artificial intelligence and machine learning in future purpose?
Okay. Okay. So the first thing is from your network security role to that role. So see, every organization, they need a network guys, they need a security guys. Okay, so no doubt. And everywhere the approach is there. It again depend on your goal, it depend on your approach, it depend on your interest. Okay, so yeah, so it depend. If you want to, well, because the security work is, most of the time it is like a uh, analysis type of job. So you need to analyze the things, you need to work with the various situation and all. So that, but the network team, like, they are more on the configuration, troubleshooting and all. But the security, it is an analysis type of work. So is that the job role suitable for you? Are you look for, do you have such thing like that you need to do a research on internet every day, what threats are coming, those type of documentation? That if you have a such type of thing, then you must go there. But again, if you don't like that, so you will get a bore there. Why? Because in the network, like 6 year you were in the router, switches, firewall, okay, escalation came, you working, so you habited with such situation. But in the security you will not see such role. So security is an analysis. You need to make compliance, you need to work with various teams, you need to do vulnerability scans, so those reports, reporting tool, reporting to the higher management. So this is an analysis type of work. You will not see that role. So this role is different, that role is different. Again, it depend on your career. So as I told, the career is there, scope is there, the scope is there 100%, and there
Okay.
is a value for that ch. But again, it is depend on your interest. If you ask me, so I don't want to in that threat assessment and all, because that is such a like from my experience level, that is something boring for me. Because why? Because I don't like analysis type of work and all, because I need something broken, and I want to fix that. So that type of role I got high budget. So that again depend on you. So there is a scope, there is a career. And apart from
Okay.
machine learning and see, what is a machine learning? Machine learning, it is a there are some by coding. What you do is, if you have thousands of data, so you can search the by using the code and all, you can search that data within seconds. You can, so that is the record maintenance and all. So machine learning and artificial intelligence. So networking, it is a separate thing, as I told. And artificial intelligence, it will do, you will do it on the server. That is a code level things. So networking is a separate thing. So there is a no scope, that is a separate, different technology, this is a different technology. So if you see, as I told, if you learn the networking, so you can go into that. But artificial intelligence, that will be again coding based, so there is no relation with the, okay, what the relation is, your servers will be connected to the networking and all, network switches and all. So that is only relation I see.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Any more questions?
Yes,
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, please go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Zahid.
Yes, Zahid.
Sir, I am not getting job in, sir, routing and switching. I have completed 1 year ago. I am not getting any job. I have taken certification also, but they are asking you need to have experience to get a job. I'm going in everywhere. They are asking we need 1+ experience guy for routing and switching. So can you help me in that?
Good question. And this is a genuine question where I can say 90% students get asked that question. So to answer that, see, Zahid, obviously the company, because see, the router and switches, so these devices are very costly devices. So any organization, they don't want such devices to give a person who never handled that. Okay, so obviously experience is required there. So what I can say, so what the how can you get the experience? So I will tell you what you can do is, you will because in networking there are, as I said, the colleges, there in the college there will be networking, in the school
Yes.
there will be networking, in the hospital there will be networking. So if you learn the course, then grab the starting job somewhere where you will have some small land, where you will have some like a technical work. So do that job first, at least for 6 months. So what will happen is you will understand how the organization work, how the connectivity work, internet went down, what you need to fix, wi-fi will be there. So if you work with a small organization in the local organization, so you will get that experience. So then you can move to, so that experience is required. So that's what I'm saying. So don't look for, if you're not getting direct job in the IT industry, then get a job in a small organization, in the colleges. There are many institutes, so go there and teach the labs there free of cost. Like just spend the time there, gain the experience, and show that this is the experience I'm doing. I have seen many people like that, and even I did in my career, right? So instead of, in the institute, I learned the course, and I teach them, their lab. I was a lab assistant for few months. Okay, I was assisting the lab. So, and in the interview, when they asked me, so I told them, okay, I'm working here as a admin, and my job role responsibility is just guiding the students to this one. So experience is required, whatever it is. It is as I told, if you want, you can say, you can join any school, you can join any college, you can join any office, or anywhere where the computer networks is there. Work for some time and get the experience, and jump to the IT. So that's the approach, correct approach. I hope I give you answer.
Sir, but what will that small job profile will be? How can I get
Okay.
that?
Okay. So you see, it depends. So even see, you will be in the networking field. That's I'm saying. If you have a computers, you're connecting multiple computers. Internet will be there. Wi-Fi will be there. Cables will be there. IP address will be there. So you will be in networking domain. So that's the profile. So you can then, from there, L1 level job you're doing. Then from there you can jump to the L2 level, switching and routing. So that small job, initial job is required to jump in that. And if you're not getting, so see again, this right now we are, this is a very wrong time going on. So the COVID time is going on, and don't we cannot say, because again the situation came like this. Otherwise you would have get many openings, but nowadays openings are coming less, and from their jobs uh, less jobs are coming. So that's why that is the situation. But this is the approach, and you need to start working in small organization. Okay, and keep parallelly practicing the routers, switches, whatever the technology you have, and then jump to that organization. And I would suggest, never ever go for the fake experience, guys. Please, honestly, I'm telling you, never ever go for the fake experience, because it will it is not useful. So why you so instead, you will not be confident with that. So just the best thing is, get a small job. Okay, even I will say, if you get a job where without payment as well, do the 2 months job there. Do the some voluntarily job, you can do that. So but that is the experience, is where you will get a more confidence. You will show that, okay, this is my role, I'm doing this role. You will be more confident with that. So that is the approach, and then you can move to the then routing and switching. So then that's it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, so we are running out of time. Any more questions? Okay, perfect. So I think we don't have more questions. So guys, um, okay, and in the last, again, I want to that PSF course, the Skills Academy course. So you can see in the chat, the registration is going on. So this is the free course, and some registration fees is there. And but the thing is, we will try to make you for the initial job roles. So that's the objective of the course. So who can join? Any fresher, they are looking, they just want to start, or any any guy who want to make the career in that field, so they can join that course. That will be offline or online. So you can join that, and that's it. Apart from this, yeah, so best of luck for your career. You can, and for me, and you can connect me on the LinkedIn. You can connect me on the WhatsApp as well. So like if you have any queries or something, so I can try to help you in that. And best of luck for everyone. And hope you will have a good career, and career, and best of luck all. Thanks a lot, and with this we will end the session.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Baba.